international cameras and the studio cameras, the feeds will all kind of work together so we can get our audience that typically is here on online and with us. And that's always kind of cool. And this is the
This is a
microphone.
public service announcement from this station. Idiots are now assisting with the broadcast. Hi, this is Rhonda Shea, and you're listening to the WTF Show on KUHSdenver.com. Stay tuned for great music and fake news. All kinds of fun heading your way on KUHS Denver.
Okay, we are on the air. We're on the air with the radio. And we're on the air here in the studio. Hi, Henry.
Hi, how are you?
Did you miss me?
I did, big time. I didn't think you were going to do a show. I didn't see no
Why?
promo or
Oh,
nothing.
I forgot to send you the promo.
You
Wow.
didn't send me nothing.
I know. I had to get behind.
I thought I was. Did I miss
Well, you know,
it?
I was debating going to the march downtown and
Yeah.
going and doing the show live from there, and then I decided I didn't want to be shot by some whack job carrying an AK-57 that was counter protesting.
15.
Oh, 15, whatever it is.
AK-47.
What are those?
Nice.
They're just big guns. A Boeing 707. I didn't want to get shot by one.
You want to see some big guns? There's some big guns.
Oh yeah.
Little.
Yeah. Oh, there
Those
they
are
are.
those
Yeah.
are 21. 22.
It's a 6-shooter. It's a 6-shooter. No, anyway, so the march is going on downtown, so I want to wish everybody that's down there good luck, and hopefully it'll stay peaceful on both sides of that march because it's pretty hot tempers and a lot of people that are, have pretty
Isn't
passionate.
it cool? All across the nation, they were doing a lot of this, wasn't
I
it?
think it's cool. I really think
Yeah.
it's cool. I think the next thing we should do is all across the nation, when you see somebody with one of those, swarm them and take it.
And I don't understand why there always is this debate. Oh yeah, the gun don't shoot people. People shoot people. The gun, they always make these. They reframe it. They put this inanimate object and reframe it like no. What is a gun for? Guns are made to kill.
Well, those types are for sure.
Everyone. There's not one that is not made to kill.
Well,
What is a gun for?
That's it.
To go target practice at who? To kill somebody.
Well, and you know what I also think? I think that there's no need to have those types of. You can't even hunt with them because you go like this. So by the time you get the food, it's like they're like shredded. Can you imagine? Like if you need that to kill a bunny, you're something. You're a bad shot. Let me tell you, get that. I mean,
bunny, where you go shooting bunnies?
well, I mean, or whatever they're shooting. I mean, a little Bambi. Let's shoot them up with 127 bullets in 1 second.
Yeah,
Okay.
go down there. There's no bunny left.
Now I will rephrase that and say if you live out in the middle of nowhere and you've got a bunch of cows and you're out in the middle of nowhere and if some weird people came and got you, maybe you need it for protection. But outside of those people that are
Even then, what kind of protection? You're going to just mow somebody? Wouldn't you feel bad after you mow them?
No,
down
not
and
if they're
kill them?
coming after me. I wouldn't. But
You wouldn't?
No,
Serious?
no,
I bet
not-
you would feel really
now
bad.
I'd feel real bad if it was the mailman and I mistook him for somebody else.
Oh, I messed up my mailman.
I mean, that's
He was so cute.
God.
Oh, well.
Have you seen? You know what? One of the biggest thrills we ever get in the summer when we'd sit around in our neighborhood was when the mailman. And when they were all men, now there's women and men, and they wear their shorts. We used to think that was so cute. A little short pant mailman. Woo! They were adorable.
That's funny.
I brought with me today, and we're going to talk about later.
Are these X-rated books?
No. They're books that have weird facts in them. They're called "And That's a Fact," "Alternative Facts," that's written by Trump, and a book of useless information.
As he slowly slid his hand down.
Oh, yeah.
What kind of books are those?
They're not bad books. I don't read those books. Do
You just look at the pictures,
who want
right?
to tag? Who's on there? Oh, no. Okay. Hi, Isabella. Okay, we have all kinds of folks. So let's talk about. Let me put this. I'm going to put the fake news aside because we're not going to start with that. We're going to start with something else. We're going to talk about. I threatened last week, and it's a big subject: the Kennedy assassination theories. They just don't stop, even though they released the papers and all of these things. They just don't stop with that. It's gone on and on and on. So these are 5 things that people might not. I got to put my glasses on, show my age, because this is small print. Oh, look at this, Grandma. 5 things you might not know about the JFK assassination. So you tell me if you knew these or not. Okay, okay, Henry. Oswald was never arrested for the JFK killing. Did you know that? Yeah, he was never arrested for killing JFK. Lee Harvey Oswald was actually arrested for fatally shooting a police officer, a Dallas patrolman, J.D., and I think it's Tippit, and 45 minutes after the killing of Kennedy at the theater where they were tracking him down. And so he was arrested. He denied killing either one of those people, Kennedy or the officer. and he was transferred to a county jail 2 days later. He was then shot and killed by Dallas nightclub operator Jack Ruby. And of course, Ruby had ties to the mafia. They discovered that he had ties to the mafia. So there was a big conspiracy about, hi, Cindy. Cindy's here. How are you? There was a big conspiracy about whether or not the mafia had actually ordered the hit on JFK. And that Oswald did this, and then Ruby, knowing he was dying of cancer, shot Oswald to cover up the whole thing, and then they knew they couldn't get to Ruby because he would be dead anyway in a few weeks. So that was one of the theories. And the reason they did that was that the Kennedy family had long been involved with the mob in terms of when they were bootleggers and selling, and then when Bobby got in, they started taking a pretty hard stance against them, and they felt betrayed. They also had supported Kennedy, and then when they started investigating some of these crimes, they felt betrayed. So that was one of the theories about the Kennedy assassination. But the interesting part was that Oswald was never actually arrested for shooting Kennedy.
You know the truth behind his death and why they killed him, right?
What do you think?
Well, he printed a bunch of money, and he was going to take away the money system away from the Federal Reserve Bank. Did you know that?
Well, I did know that the government for years had planned on reissuing dollars. And
They did. He did it. He printed it all up, and then as soon as they assassinated him, what's that guy's name? The president that came in after him?
Johnson.
Johnson.
LBJ.
Rounded up all that money and just hid it, put it away.
And they were long planning on, and back actually in about 1980, that right before the new money that we have came out, they were planning on, and eventually I believe they'll do this with all of our money because we now have new money, is there'll be a day when, I don't think they'll announce it, when they'll just come out and they'll say, we're not accepting any money that was minted before, paper money minted before this date. And the old dollars that we grew up with, those are going to be obsolete. You're going to have a day when you have a chance or a week to turn them into a bank, and then you'll get that all exchanged for the new money. And the reason they do that is if you've got, like, you know, an apartment stacked with money this high from drug deals, you have no way of bringing that money into a bank and reclaiming that to have it traded back in.
But you don't hold on to money ever. Cash, you always launder it.
Well, they have stacks of it, believe me.
But launder it.
Yeah, launder it. And so, but what happens is when they just, I think, randomly announce this, that you'll have people stuck with a whole lot of that, and it'll clear up a lot of the
You
money
keep
that's
looking at me
floating.
like I'm the one who's stacking up all this old money
I
from
think- well,
drug deals.
I see it right there in the corner.
I'm not doing no drug deals and old money and stuff. So, I mean, I'm not. Who are you? With 60 Minutes? Are you trying to boost your ratings or what? What is this? You're scaring me.
Okay. I don't have any money. I don't have any money at all. I used to have money. Like I used to have $300 in 2 banks. I'm broke now. And I can't say much. Let's see who's on the international camera today and see if we can. Oh no, that's not going to work. We've got to pull that closer, remember, Henry? We always unplug it when we do it because we're okay. Let's see. United States. Fort Lauderdale, Florida. There you go.
Can you pronounce that city or country or
Oh, I
whatever?
can't even read that. Let me scroll. I don't know. It's got a flag, doesn't it? It's what is that?
Pansoi Francea.
Where are you?
Right there. Look
I
at
know.
those. It's like Keller, Texas. that's
Wow,
where it is.
we can't even say these. This shows you how good our education was. We never even heard of these countries. I've got to get close. I can't read that far away. But Keller, Texas. We have somebody from Texas watching. That's like a foreign country. If you live in Colorado, you think the Texans are foreign. They are. And,
Fort Lauderdale.
Fort Lauderdale is okay. Istanbul. We have somebody from Istanbul. That's cool. And Serbia. We have people from Serbia. United States. Fort Lauderdale. United Kingdom. Thailand. Turkey. Belgium. And places that we can't say and don't know.
That's where the drugs come from, where we launder the money for the drugs.
We don't know those countries. They have funny names. I wonder who names these things. And that's actually one of the things in the book. I'm going to find this book. The longest name for a place in the world. And I'm going to try to say it. Let me see if I can find it. It's in one of my books, so I'm going to look it up. Oh, not that one.
Let me see that book real fast.
Okay.
And as
I've got
the
them.
passion that he had for me.
Oh,
it's like,
stop it.
what kind of books are you reading?
It's 50 Shades of Grey, but at my age, it's 3 Shades of Grey, and we'll take it.
This is 50 Shades of Grey. Good God. You picked up the wrong book. No,
I
you
did
picked up
not.
you picked up the right book.
I don't read erotica. Okay,
Oh.
but I know the name of it. But I know people who do.
Do you have a book? Do you have 50 Shades of Grey?
I did. I threw it
See?
out.
She don't read erotica. She threw
I
it out
did.
after she thought, God,
I
this
threw-
is just.
No, that book is like, it's dangerous to read. It makes you want to have sex with your husband. You read it and it's like, whoa.
Honey, come here.
Yeah.
We
it's
need
like-
to talk.
I didn't want to do that, so I threw the book out. I'm trying to find the world's longest name. It should be in one of these books. And it's in.
Well, if you put those erotica books down, your testicles.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I'll read the stories. Okay, it's called Tasticles.
Oh, I thought it was testicles.
Well, it is in a way. Okay,
Oh,
here we
Jesus.
go.
See, I told you, erotica
I get to
books.
finish my Kennedy conspiracy. Oh, well, we'll go back to it. You have taste receptors all over your body, not just in your mouth. They're in your brain, in your stomach, in your intestines, your lungs, your pancreas, your anus, and if you're a man, they're also on your testicles.
Oh, God.
Yeah, they are. Research has shown that
Get it together. Come on, get it together.
testicular taste receptors, and some have actually proposed naming them tasticles. Okay, that's what they want to name them.
I'm going to go
And-
around
yep,
tasting
yep.
things with
And
them.
anyway, they can detect sweet, and they can also detect the amino acid taste of soy sauce, and that's it.
That kind of says
That's kinda
everything.
weird, isn't
No,
it?
no, that's not weird. Think about it. Your tasticles can taste sweet
Uh-huh. And they can
And-
taste soy sauce.
soy sauce.
I don't
Not
know.
sex sauce, soy sauce.
Soy sauce. Well, I have a theory on that, but a minute. but in
Where are you getting
I'm
this
saying I
stuff?
get it
from?
with this
Good
book.
God
But in-
almighty.
But in studies done on
Erotica.
mice, they actually did studies on mice, and the researchers accidentally discovered that turning off those receptors made the male mice infertile. So they have something to do with fertility. I'm wondering if soy is a lot of estrogen, so I'm kind of wondering if maybe they're drawn to the estrogen.
That's how it sounds like. I mean, the way it's put,
It's
it's
a
like,
tasticle.
yeah, that tasticle goes right down in your taste all that.
I wonder if you now when we have Rocky Mountain oysters, here,
Oh,
then
good God.
yeah, I wonder if we froze them, if they'd be like a tasticle popsicle or what.
A popsicle. What are you eating? A tasticle?
It's a tasticle popsicle. I mean, oh my God. Anyway, I did find this and I was like, oh, wow. And speaking of testicles, let's get back to John F. Kennedy.